Dr. Ruth Anderson here for a meditation a day. Today, I'm so proud to bring you one of my friends, Dr. Jane Mountrose. She's going to be doing a meditation today called Clearing the Path to Freedom with the Violet Flame. Jane, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you, Ruth, for inviting me.
Absolutely. So I will get out of your way and you can start when you're ready.
Okay. So for anyone who is unfamiliar with the violet flame, it is a really wonderful healing kind of a technique that you can use with the support of angels and masters, etc., for almost anything that might be ailing you, especially emotionally, spiritually. If you're just not feeling kind of like your energy is where you would like to be, it's a wonderful way to bring yourself back to a place of, well, in this case, we're talking about freedom, kind of the calling of your soul, you might say. That's the way I really perceive it, that we want to be in that place where we feel that sense of connectedness with who we really are and what we're here for. So those times when things are interfering, it's like it's a kind of sidetracking us. So I wanted to do this meditation, which I've done this on Enlightened World Network before, but I always figure it's worth repeating because it's so powerful, and it's something that I use quite a bit for myself and students and clients too. So here we go. I have a usual way of starting my meditation. So just as usual, by gently closing your eyes if you're in a place where it's safe to do so and you feel like you want to. And imagine now that you can breathe in the most amazing light possible from the universe around you. We all deserve the very best. So what would that be? Love and joy and freedom and peace and harmony and magic, miracles, just breathing in all of that wonderful energy. And as you exhale, releasing anything that is not that, anything that might be weighing you down in some way or holding you down, just a darker energy or heavier energy. So as you breathe in more light and then release with the exhale, you can feel lighter with each breath. And I sense now already angels, the archangels around us, and our guides, masters, all those beautiful beings who are here with us. Asking now with your intention, because your intention is powerful, for any energy that you've received that's in your space from other people, other places, and other times, ask it to go back where it came from lovingly, because we deserve to have our own space. And it often is intruded by mass consciousness thought forms and other people and other things around us, as suggested. So just sending it all back. And this creates more space for light within you. Then in a similar way, noting that we also leave bits of ourselves in other times, places, and with other people, to ask to have that energy brought back to you, your own energy, any of your own energy that's available to you. And feel that in your space. Now you might feel, I always feel this energy coming in for me. And then again, just breathing in that light and noticing you might feel more present in your body now, which is the goal, of course. And breathing that light into your mind, into your brain. Just encouraging your brain to relax. Asking for any thoughts that you don't need now to just drift away. They can come back. It's just time now to be with the experience that we're having together. And then just breathing. And as we begin, I want to invite in Archangel Metatron, who I often invite to join me on excursions into the higher realms, which is what we're going to do. Archangel Metatron is a glorious archangel, one of those who's considered to be closest to the Creator. So we can just ask him to surround us with his divine love and light. You might experience it as in a color way, as a beautiful, vibrant white light, white golden light, shimmering. So you can feel that all around you and in your body, adding even more light. And with his support, also want to imagine now that we can drift upward into the higher reaches of our own selves, really. So imagine that you're rising up to, you could say, your own spiritual path in the higher dimensions, which you might experience in as a path of light. Could be almost anything. It's just your own spiritual path. And it's in a higher place where we have the ability now to connect more with those beings of light who are around us more freely. Because as we raise our vibrations, we come closer to all of them, and they can come closer to us. So just imagine yourself on that path now, and there might even be like a bench to the side of the path or a place where you can rest. Imagine yourself resting as we now invite the Ascended Master Saint Germain to join us. And he is the Ascended Master who is, you could say, the keeper of the violet flame. And he is the one who blesses us with that flame to transmute dense energies into light and love and joy. So we can ask, and you can just ask with your own permission, giving your own permission for him to surround us with that beautiful violet, sparkling violet light, is the way I imagine it. A violet flame in whatever way feels right to you. The violet flame is a cool flame, with violet being the highest frequency of light that's visible to the human eye. And just surrounding yourself with that beautiful flame, allowing it to, again, transmute any dense energies that might be preventing you from connecting fully with the truth of who you are. And with that freedom to be yourself. So if you've been troubled by any fears or frustrations or concerns, anger, whatever it is, confusion, just ask it to clear. Ask Saint Germain to help you to clear that with the violet flame. So again, we can feel it all around us. We can also ask it to penetrate into the cells of our body to clear out anything there that we can transmute into love and light. And essentially, when we do this, we want to go all the way down to the level of the atoms in the cells in our bodies. Just, again, clearing, that's where the clearing really occurs in the spaces around the electrons, with the electrons being the parts that represent our energy levels and our, you could say, our life force. So that as we clear out any sludge in there or any dark energy, the electrons can flow more freely. So just imagining going all through your body, any areas of concern in your body, those would be wonderful places to focus that violet flame. Or just asking it to penetrate everything within you, wherever it can transmute those energies. As I mentioned, I often, myself, I experience it like sparkles of light, because sparkles, it's like they free, kind of free up those areas that are stuck so that they can be transmuted. You can feel that energy And just giving it a little time. My experience with the violet flame is that it works its miracles and magic pretty quickly. And you might be noticing it now, even if you weren't experiencing anything in particular and just wanted to free up more energy so that you can be yourself and be fully present in your body and your life. Something that has amazed me, and particularly when I first started doing this, also is that it, as I suggested, it transmutes those dense energies into love and joy. So as it clears, you might notice yourself feeling happy. Why am I feeling so happy? And this is part of it. And Saint Germain validates that. And he says that we all deserve to live in joy. We all deserve to live with a recognition of the magic and miracles that are here for us now. With the freedom, again, the freedom to be ourselves. So we can thank him. And another part of this that I add myself just because I like to is to invite in Archangel Raziel. And Archangel Raziel is the archangel, one of the most joyful of the archangels. He's always known for that. Or if you're looking for more joy, you can invite Raziel, and we can invite him now to surround us with his light, which is often experienced as a rainbow of light. So you can allow those rainbow colors to touch every aspect of your body, all through your body and all around you, all of the layers of your energy field. And with this new freedom, also allow yourself to expand out. We tend to hold our energy fields in, we compress ourselves so that we can fit in, and maybe out of concern of what might happen to us in this kind of unstable world that we're in. This is a time when you're on your own spiritual path, connecting with your own soul's energy. It is a place for you to be yourself. You can feel free to expand out and allow yourself to experience yourself in your fullness without any concerns. And I kind of sense that light of the central sun shining on us. You might feel that light. Light is freeing. As we embrace more light, we feel freer, we feel more alive, more supported and energized by the divine. So you can again invite that light from the central sun to enter in all through our bodies, to bless us with even more light and more energy, more freedom to be ourselves. And ask in this moment, what does that mean to you, to be free to be you, without any concerns for expectations of those around you or society in general, or concerns about how things might happen because of the density of the physical plane. Who are you really? I kind of feel like I could take off from the path. And if you feel like flying, you can do that too. Imagine yourself soaring up into the stars. And move up and around, and just with the joy of soaring. And know that this kind of freedom is available to you anytime, that you can come back to this path or wherever it feels right to you to receive this blessing of the violet flame, the blessing of the light from other archangels like Raziel and Metatron and those others that you may want to have blessings from. And for now, I just want to thank them all for being with us now and always, even when we're not aware that they are here supporting us. And with that, we can imagine now starting to drift back towards our bodies in our seats, wherever you're resting, sensing your feet firmly on the ground or the floor, grounding yourself to the earth, feeling the love from the earth too. That brings us, if we have that grounding in that perfect place between heaven and earth. And then breathing in more active energy, preparing to come back to your normal waking state. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
Thank you, Jane. Your meditations are always just sort of magical to
Oh,
me.
thank you.
But that couple of thoughts come to mind. Number one, with Saint Germain, he works with the violet flame, and Dr. Michael has a sword that is fabulous for cutting cords.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that all of the archangels or ascended masters have a tool that they can use on our behalf? Have you found that to be true?
I haven't ever actually thought of it that way. I feel like I receive gifts from them. And it's interesting that you mentioned Archangel Michael because um, he is known for the sword, but he handed me a staff. And I feel it somehow relates, I think, in my case, to having a connection to Moses and that time. And Moses held a staff also. He suggested to me that it was a different form of the sword of holding your power. And I find it all fascinating. You just never, I feel like I never know what's going to happen. I certainly think they all have gifts for us.
Yes, and it's amazing how generous they are with those gifts.
Right.
So
Right.
what I do is I journal the things that I experience in meditation. And if I just went back through looking at all the gifts, it's just amazing, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, there was something else you said. You said light is freeing. And then the words I heard, light is free. I mean, sitting in divine light, friends, this costs nothing.
Right. Right.
And it's life changing if you allow yourself to have that experience. It's one of the best gifts on the planet, really.
Right. Right. Well, and it's good for us on all levels for our body, mind, emotion, spirit, the whole thing. It's that whole idea of clearing out the sludge, any of the sludge that's in the atoms in the cells of your body. Um, I just think that's so fascinating that if you look at life force as electrons spinning, and when we invite in more light and are able to clear out anything that is preventing these electrons from spinning, that changes our everything about us, our energy level. So it's actually very practical and also just feels good.
Well, it does. And what we have found is when we take the time to recenter ourselves, to clear out ourselves, as you were talking about, we get a new perspective. And
Mm-hmm.
we are different when we're talking to friends and family, the public, whoever we're interfacing with. And that is positive and it impacts them positively, and therefore they've had a changed day. So it doesn't help just us. It's not just a selfish endeavor here. It actually makes change.
Right. Well, and it's light that we want on the whole planet. So it isn't, embracing light is not a selfish thing. It is a way to connect with who you really are. That suggestion of when you're up in those higher reaches and feeling that sense of freedom, then who do you perceive yourself to be? That's not selfish. It's actually, it's the path. This is the path, actually the path to freedom, you could say, that we're on. That's what we want, is to know that feeling, know, I guess in words, possibly, who we really are. And maybe it's not just words. Well, it isn't just words,
And I
but
love that
it's
phrase.
fascinating.
Love the phrase, who do you perceive yourself to be when you are in that space of the I am, that space of oneness? Who do you perceive yourself to be? That's a
Right.
huge question.
Right. Well, and the ultimate freeing question too, really, I think, because we're here and people might criticize us, or we might feel like we're not capable of certain things, and we start to we start to kind of pound ourselves into the ground a little bit, when actually we're all magnificent beings, and we just don't recognize it much of the time, possibly. But we do always have that opportunity. And I think it is, for me, and I think it is just true, if you imagine going to a higher place, it lifts your vibration. It raises you also just into a more expansive state where you can perceive yourself differently. And that's why I like to do that, and just always going someplace higher. And
Yep.
it's fun, flying around in the universe and whatever.
It is fun. I totally understand that. Jane, what would you like folks to know about you?
Well, uh, I am a co-director with my husband Philip of an organization called the Awakenings Institute, which is devoted to creating a more loving world. And all of this, everything about embracing light, it really is not, when you're talking about just the concern about being selfish. When we embrace more light, we are creating a more loving world. And so that is my primary focus. And we offer courses and um, personal sessions. We do oracle readings, all kinds of things. So today I thought I would mention that, for anyone who wants personal help to connect more with that truth, who you are as a soul. And I think that's something that people really are longing for now. Like, why did my soul choose this life? What is it that I can really offer that maybe I'm not aware of yet? I can give you a URL, a link.
Yes, please.
Our website is gettingthrough.org, which is getting through to everything. gettingthrough.org/spiritual/spiritual-guide. That takes you to the page where we offer personal sessions. And from there, it's a large website. You can poke around. There's all kinds of stuff there. And we're always happy to connect with people. We offer, a lot of times that you'll see on our website, places where we offer free strategy sessions for people who just want to know, well, what's my next step? What might be possible, not just with us, but for oneself. So that's us.
Jane and Philip have dedicated their lives to this work. So they are an amazing resource. Please check them out. We're so glad, Jane, that you were here today. And friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for continuing to reach inward and outward and have these experiences, these spiritual opportunities. So take good care. God bless. We'll see you all soon.